Hello and welcome, rookie card collecting friends. Victor here coming at you with another episode. Not so much hobby news, but more rookie card hobby news. I typically like to stay in my lane. I know there's a lot of people who do um, daily or weekly hobby news that's going on, and there is a lot of hobby news happening. Things are increasingly changing. There is an increasing pace going on almost on a daily basis within the hobby, with fanatics coming in and really making a lot of drastic changes that are really causing a lot of buzz within the hobby. Some of it good, some of it bad, depending on how you receive and take that kind of news. But I typically leave the hobby news for those who dedicate themselves to that genre. I personally, I like to share my thoughts on that kind of thing on Hobby Hotline. I also, have a few channels out there that I like to listen to, uh, but I want to just deal with a couple of rookie card topics. Now, when it comes to changes in the hobby or news about the hobby that pertain to the rookie card, that's where I feel is my lane, and then that's when I will come in and do a segment specifically on that. Today, I want to talk to you about Elly DeLa Cruz and some rookie card legal minutia. Let's start with the Cincinnati Reds rookie phenom, Elly DeLa Cruz. What an amazing young man from the Dominican Republic. He debuted on June 6, 2023. He currently has played in 15 games as of this recording. He's got 61 at bats with 22 hits, 3 home runs, and a 361 batting average. And I've been watching highlights of this kid, and I typically love to follow the game, especially on the MLB Network. I watch a show called Quick Pitch, and that is a can't miss episode on the daily here at the Roman household. And I've been watching this kid every single day, just light up the highlight reels in every capacity. He's a 5-tool player, right? He excels in every category of five tools, at least in the first 15 games that we have seen. A lot of that could be excitement. A lot of that could be adrenaline. A lot of that could be luck. A lot of that could be, could be a lot of factors, but another factor might be that this kid is the real deal Holyfield. Time will tell. How many times have we seen this type of thing on a year-by-year basis, where a young player will come up and very quickly fizzle out? But I hope Elly DeLa Cruz, nothing but the best. He definitely has my attention, and got me looking through some of my boxes, see what I got available of him, right? As so many of us do. But I ended up, reaching out to Topps via Twitter, and I sent them a tweet, and I basically said, this needs to stop, Topps. If he meets rookie expectations in 2023, he should have 2023 rookie cards, even if that means he'll only have 300 rookie cards instead of 3,000. This was my reply to a tweet Topps released about Elly DeLa Cruz, kind of just doing some marketing on the rookie phenom, which is wonderful. I think that's the right thing to do, right? You got a good hot player like that. You want to utilize that through your marketing and kind of hype him up, right? But here's the thing. He is now, I guess, not going to be included in this year's rookie class. And I guess my question is, and I really couldn't find out, because the mathematical equation that they use for the rookie cutoff date is kind of complex, and the expectations are typically, if the team expects this player to have at least 130 at bats or 50 innings pitched in their debut season, and they have a total of 45 days on an active MLB roster, then they do qualify for rookie cards. Now, there's an exception in the clause that says, hey, if the player surpasses the cutoff date, which I believe it's typically the last week of May or the first 2 weeks in June, it's typically right in there for the rookie cutoff date. But let's just say Elly DeLa Cruz came in after the date. Well, that's not the end of the world. All they have to do is send a written request over to the PA asking permission to include Elly DeLa Cruz, and they will. That clause is written into the agreement that they will be given permission to include him in this year's product. But that's not what Topps wants to do, because Topps kind of took a little hit with Juan Soto, and so they don't want to repeat that. So what they've been doing is they've been extending these rookies to the following year. And that, my friends, I'm sure right along with you, I find a travesty. If you remember last year in 2022, Michael Harris of the Atlanta Braves wins Rookie of the Year, and we had no rookie cards of the Rookie of the Year. Tell me how much sense that makes. So my recommendation is to please, you have a slew of product scheduled on the horizon for 2023. Please send a waiver off to the Players Association Union, and please include Elly DeLa Cruz into 2023 product. Now, if Elly DeLa Cruz came up as a September call-up, I would say absolutely not. He needs to be held until the following year. But since he did not, since he came in June, and we are only in the beginning stages of the month of June, why can't we include this young man in the slew of other products that you got scheduled to be released? Topps, come on, man. Moving on. I want to deal with the topic that I've titled Rookie Card Legal Minutia. And this deals with specifically the NFL and NBA rookie class. As you may or may not know, Panini still holds the license for the NFL and NBA. Fanatics has to wait their turn. They have to wait until the contract expires, which isn't going to be till 2024, 2025. So let me explain what's happening. We recently had the 2023 NFL Rookie Premiere. I made a video on this maybe 3 weeks ago. But anyways, it was reported by a reliable source who was there that 3 of the top players were not signing autographs and everyone else was. So the speculation quickly arose that perhaps this is because they are going to sign exclusive contracts with Fanatics. All right. Maybe that's why. So the hobby has been on hold this whole time. We don't know what's going on. We're still in the dark. We are still kept under speculation because nobody is communicating to the hobby. Then we see Panini here recently in the last week and a half, Panini Direct on their website, Panini Direct NFL signatures are released. Special shout out to Ziggy No, who sent this link to me and send it over my way. And a shout out to everybody who does. Typically, I get a lot of people sending me links and that sort of thing when it deals to the rookie card. I do appreciate all of you. I do appreciate that kind of feedback. And so, Ziggy No brought this to my attention and kind of made you wonder, okay, so what's going on? Why weren't they signing at the NFL Rookie Premiere? I thought Fanatics was going to have them. But now we see that Panini is starting to sell signature autograph rookie cards of these players on their website with Panini Direct. So what the heck's going on here? We don't know because nobody's talking to us, right? So this past Thursday, June 22nd, the NBA draft is officially announced. Victor Wembanyama gets drafted by the San Antonio Spurs. And what does Topps do? They immediately release a Topps online exclusive of their Topps Now brand with none other than Victor Wembanyama and several other rookie ball players. And these are all autograph cards. There's 7 variants for a total of 388 cards that were actually signed and up for sale. And they ended up selling them via Dutch auction style, right? But here's the kicker in the teeth, to me anyways, is they end up putting a rookie card logo on these cards. At least that's what the promo is showing us. So why would they do that? We don't know, because nobody explains these types of things to us. And so that's very concerning to me. There just seems to be a lot of legal minutia on the table with rookie ball players and signing for Fanatics or signing for Panini. And if, and I brought this up in my video a few weeks ago, but if I was Panini, I would be screaming foul here, right? Panini cannot file a grievance because Panini is not part of the union. Only union members can enter a grievance, but they are under contract. Panini is under contract with the Players Association. And if I was Panini, I would be screaming bloody murder here. This is a breach of contract. And I believe Panini is. I don't think Panini is going to go down without a fight here. Panini has just as deep pockets as Fanatics does. And let me tell you something. If you think that Panini is going to lay over and die with Victor Wembanyama right around the corner, I think we're in for quite a legal battle here, and rightly so. But here's perhaps the most important part of this entire thing. I went ahead and did some research on eBay. I wanted to look at some of these cards that were released by Topps Now, and I'm talking with the NFL and NBA. Here's the thing that we need to understand. When there's issues, questions that arise, this is how come I firmly believe in following the rules. When there's questions that are unanswered, I look to the 10 commandments of the rookie card and I filter the issues through the commandments. What I'm left with is the Topps Now releases of the NFL and NBA players, autographed or not, rookie card logo on them or not. These cards are not true rookie cards. When we turn the back around, when we turn the card over and we look at the back and we go searching for licensing rights, these cards are not licensed they are not licensed by the PA, and they're not licensed by the league. They're not licensed by anybody except Topps. Now, why would they put a rookie card logo in the front? That's a great question. That really is. And one would assume, well, they're rookie cards because it has the logo on the front, but that's not true. You see, in order for it to fully qualify as a rookie card, it has to comply in all areas, not just one. So this part of it is where the shenanigan comes in. This part of it, in my opinion, is very deceiving to collectors, especially those who don't know better. But just because they have a rookie card logo in the front does not necessarily make it a rookie card. It also has to pass the licensing test. Now, why did they do this? Well, I'm pretty sure that Topps, I'm just speculating now, guys. I feel like Topps is invoking the Me Too clause. They're probably saying, well, Panini, you've been making baseball products since 2012 with only partial license, and you've been putting rookie card logos in front of those cards. We're going to invoke the Me Too clause as well. This is how come, in my opinion, the biggest foul in all of this shenanigan is the PA. The PA should be stepping up here, playing arbitrator, being the referee in this issue, and you don't see or hear anything of the Players Association. Why would they sell the license when they're still under contract with somebody else? Why would they allow all of this to happen? Why would they not step in? And maybe they have, but we don't know about it. Why don't we know about it is a better question. There should be, if the rule has been amended, have a press release and give that amendment out to the public. And these are the types of things that are just absolutely, guys, be careful. If you like the card and want the card to add it to your collection, absolutely, man, go for it. I'm not saying anything against that, but legally and technically speaking, these cards that Topps now is releasing are not true rookie cards. Now, Panini Direct also giving away or selling cards of autographed cards of these players as well. So we just have to wait it out and see what's going on. Furthermore, let me add this. In an effort to bring lines of clarity, right? I think any card that was released prior to the draft, like Sports Illustrated and things like that, those should have a pre-rookie card identifier. And anything released after the draft, but doesn't really qualify truly for a true rookie card designation, those cards should have an RY designation to them for rookie year. And that's how I view this. That's in an effort to bring proper lines of clarity. Now, had Topps, instead of putting an RC logo on there, they would have put in an RY logo. It would have been perfect, right? But we live in an imperfect world. I wish they would have taken a page out of, what happened recently this week is CSG merged with CGC, if that's what you want to call it. But I loved what CGC did here. CGC made some pretty drastic changes in their company. Changes that they technically have the right to do, right? But I love the way they went ahead and got on social media with their two top graders. I don't know what their positions were, and I forget their names, but I do recall seeing these two gentlemen on multiple social media platforms, even going live with their announcement, answering customers' questions live, and they got out ahead of these things. This is the type of communication, the type of public relations that these big companies need to get on board with. You are living in the era of social media. There is an extreme amount of accountability that is demanded of you. Create a position, create a department that's going to get out in front of these things prior to them becoming issues in the hobby. Communicate with us is all that's needed. And then we can understand. With that said, there has to be, I think the hobby, we can sometimes be a little impatient, especially with topics and things that we're passionate about. I think, at least for myself anyways, I have to downshift once in a while, because I've understood that, and I've talked about this before, that our words have weight. We got to be cautious and not to get too overly dramatic or too overly emotional about things like this. But needless to say, feedback and communication needs to be sent their way. They have to get a sense of the vibe, the hobby vibe, and this is why I use this platform for the reasons that I do. Hey, well, listen, that's going to be it for this one. I appreciate you tuning in, and remember, not all rookie cards are created equal. Until next time, buenos nachos, muchachos.